Hi friends, I wanted to expand upon my post about goals and priorities because I just got a beautiful, beautiful email from a person in one of my programs where she said, I really resisted the mindset work for so long. I was convinced I just needed the perfect plan, the perfect goal, the perfect step-by-step system. And finally one day I was like, you know what? I'm just going to give in and I'm going to do the mindset work with you. And she said, I wish I had started this sooner. And I'm sharing that with you because I get it. We aren't, especially, I think it's becoming more and more common to talk about this, but when I was growing up, nobody was talking about mindset or trying to understand how we might be getting in our own way. But I think the post that I shared gives you a really good example of how your mindset can get in the way. If you're mentally programmed, if your mental muscles are trained to be a person who finishes things, who enjoys checking things off your list, you might struggle with health and wellness because we don't ever finish it. That's why I said in that post that priorities, we don't finish them. And goals can support our priorities, but we also need to get comfortable with the fact that our identity, our worth, our sense of well-being is not completely caught up in how much we accomplish or how many goals we can check off our list, but also that we can just have a sense of, hey, this is a journey. Health and wellness is a priority to me. Or a great example, I was talking with my friend Nicole recently about organizing and decluttering in my house. I have a goal to have a very minimalistic style in my house and not let clutter kind of overwhelm us. I don't do well with that, but it's like I can't just declutter once and then I'm done. I have to keep revisiting it. I have to keep inventorying. Are we using this? Is this just becoming background space, static in our home? I'm never done with it. And if I don't say, hey, this isn't something I'm ever gonna finish, I'm gonna keep making this a priority. If I don't name that out, then I can just completely procrastinate on the project because I'm a person who really likes to finish things. So I will do a whole bunch of unimportant stuff that I can check off and be done with instead of face the things that my subconscious is telling me you won't get meaning and value from that because you're never gonna finish it. So dealing with that subconscious pattern that I have that somehow I'm better with the more things I check off my list really helps me stay focused. Yes, you should have health and wellness goals, but your whole identity shouldn't be wrapped in those goals. And those goals are to support the priority. So while you might finish the goal, while you might accomplish the goal, it's good to have some time where you're just saying, this is a priority that's just valuable for its own sake. So naming all the things I said in that post, naming the benefits of that being a priority, why it's important to you, getting clear about that, getting clear that it gives you meaning and that you feel good and energetic when you are making that a priority. All of that is so important to focus on instead of the I completed this check. Don't let finishing things be a driving force for you. Friends, this is the work I do in my Mindset Mastery course. You can learn more about that at healthymoving.com/mindset. There's two options, a self-study independent option that's open for registration all the time. But if you want to get your goals done this year, check that out. But there's also a coaching group. I only do these a couple times a year because I like to give really personal attention to the members of the coaching group. The current one that's open right now, that's going to go 13 months starting this month, January 2020 to January 2021. It is closing for registration on Thursday of this week. So if you want in that, get yourself registered now. If you have questions for me, if you want to talk to me about your goals, I love and welcome your questions. You don't have to be a student or an owner of any of my programs. Feel free. I want to help you work through whatever roadblocks you have, not just to improving your health and wellness, but to really feeling great about yourself. So often the goal setting process ends up making us feel bad about ourselves, and that's not healthy for anyone. All right, healthymoving.com/mindset. Check it out.